Bitcoin versus Ethereum, what's the difference? There is a difference and you should know it. All right, so if you Google cryptocurrency right now, you're gonna see hundreds of different types of cryptos available. And there's lots of different ones that are out there now, hundreds of them. And the two big ones as of 2017 are Bitcoin and Ethereum. So I wanna talk about the differences between those two and why you should consider them a little bit differently if you're thinking about investing in them. So first of all, Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the big daddy. It was founded in, or it was created in 2009 and really got big in 2013. And it was founded, or it was created by, it's either a person or a group. We're not 100% sure because they're anonymous, but named Satoshi Nakamoto. And this person created Bitcoin, remains anonymous. And the only thing we really know is that he or she owns 1/20th of all Bitcoins being exchanged. So that's quite a lot of money. I'm sure there are various reasons to remain anonymous when you're the creator of this currency. But Bitcoin was created as an alternative to fiat currency. Fiat currency being things like the dollar, okay, which are currencies that are distributed by governments, right, that can change in value and are, are typical currencies you would think of. It was created as an alternative. And so because of that, Bitcoin really became the first one to catch on. And since 2013, it's really exploded. Now the value of one Bitcoin it's gone up to over $2,000, which means that if you would have invested $1,000, because I think it's around $2,400 today. It's been anywhere between $1,800 and $2,800 for the past couple months. If you were to have invested $1,000 in Bitcoin back in 2013, right now, in 2017, you'd have like $2.5 million in the bank. $1,000 would be $2.5 million in value, and you could just move that right over to your bank account if you wanted to. So it was created as a true alternative, and in some respects, it's proving that it might be able to be like that. And so it is decentralized, and that is the one thing that's going to help with that. Now, Ethereum is also a decentralized cryptocurrency, but it's a little bit different than Bitcoin for a few reasons. One, first of all, it's just newer, so it hasn't been around as long as Bitcoin. It's been around since 2015, and it's still steadily grown. And so that is one thing it does have in common with Bitcoin. It was created in 2015 by a larger organization. I'm blanking on their names. Look up Ethereum. I think it's literally like ethereum.org. And Ethereum, there are people around Ethereum didn't create it in order to make a replacement for fiat currency. They created it as a token within their application environment for different types of jobs and contracts that they're using inside of their like essentially software and application environment, which is called Ethereum. And the little token that you exchange is called Ether, right? So Ethereum is the world that this token is good in. Ether is the name of the token. The best way I can think about it, I don't 100% understand it. I mean, I think that the language is pretty vague around like what it is and how it's useful. The way that I understand it is like, okay, if you have like money, well, that's pretty good and it's useful everywhere. And we can see why there'd be a replacement for money, because you want to be able to exchange things across different platforms, right? But with Ether, and that's Bitcoin. But Ether is more like, either think of it as like a gift card or a token from Chuck E. Cheese. That might even be a better one. Tokens from Chuck E. Cheese only have value inside of Chuck E. Cheese. Outside of Chuck E. Cheese, they don't. Now, in this example, the reason why Ethereum is getting value in the real world is not because it's created as a replacement for money, but because people are understanding that as the applications and the software evolves and Ethereum, which also I believe has a finite amount of tokens, becomes rarer and rarer and the demand for it increases, people are going to want to have these tokens as a way to represent value of a rare digital object, just like any other type of precious material or gem or whatever. And so people are assigning a value to this, even though the actual token wasn't created to be a monetary replacement. Does that make sense? So essentially it's like if you were at Chuck E. Cheese's and if the prizes at Chuck E. Cheese got really cool, people loved going there, and the demand for Chuck E. Cheese really went up, maybe they would start charging a lot more for you to buy tokens, right? Because the demand was so high, and maybe people would be like selling tokens on the street, right? At different values, because people just wanted to be able to get these tokens. If they put a finite amount of tokens, of Chuck E. Cheese tokens out there, they'd be more expensive to purchase, right? So that's kind of what's happening with Ethereum. Ethereum is, it's not designed to replace money, but people are seeing that it's valuable because it exists in this ecosystem where it's decentralized and limited. In Bitcoin, it exists in an ecosystem of its own, but it's designed to replace money. And I think both cryptocurrencies have the potential to not necessarily completely replace the centralized money system, but certainly disrupt it and cause some pain to the banks. But another thing to consider is that banks are now realizing that cryptocurrency is the way of the future as well, and they are investing in cryptocurrency. So it's kind of like an inception, because we're using cryptocurrency to get away from the banks, and then the banks are just reinvesting in the cryptocurrency. So who knows what's gonna happen? Either way, certainly fun to watch. I have some more thoughts on cryptocurrency, including like, how does the blockchain work? Should you invest? Where to invest? Based on basic rules, do's and don'ts. And I'm gonna shoot those in another video, but I hope you guys like this. And if you are liking this series on cryptocurrency, make sure to click subscribe so you don't miss any updates. Like this video and leave a comment below with what you thought of today's video. Love you, appreciate you, and talk soon. Peace.